The protester who threw glitter over Keir Starmer has been named as Ben Atkinson. He's part of a Green campaign, but it doesn't seem to make very much sense. It seemed like like an act of self-promotion. It didn't seem to be very focused on any sort of green issues or any clear agenda. And what struck me, perhaps more than the lack of any sort of message, was simply the lack of security for Sir Keir Starmer and indeed for any politician in this day with laced cups of tea, as we know from people like Litvinenko. How do we know that glitter was not something deeply pernicious, deeply damaging, deeply shocking, deeply poisonous? How do we know that was simply glitter? And I think this sort of activity is going to make it even harder and harder for our politicians to interact with the ordinary public, because the level of security that is going to be enforced. The same thing with the Just Stop Oil, the ridiculous attack on the stage of Les Miserables. All this is going to do is it's going to make going to the theatre more complex. You're going to have to go through more security to actually get to your seat. And as I say, the same thing is going to happen with politicians. We want politicians to be answerable. We want politicians to be able to engage with the public, not just stand at a podium and declaim words which have been written by some speechwriter. We actually want humanity. We want that interaction. And this level of sort of thoughtless, mindless, sensational protesting action, what does that do? All it does is it forces the PR people and the security people to put up their game, and that's in no one's interests.